It's in the game.
In any college football season, ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Volunteers offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs.
Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
I love the play call. First play of the game, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players the football right now and let you know about it. Awesome job.
And the Vols, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Using his legs, it's Lewis. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. What does a top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
The Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Caught near the sticks, it's Clinton. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
They'll try to run it in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wisconsin's offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He breaks a tackle. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking to pass, it's McNabb. Makes the grab. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the Badgers will snap it on first and 10. They are going back to the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rush is on him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fix is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Badgers will call on their punt team. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Gets the back moving. Hold and finds his man on the left. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal. That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
He's got him still on his feet. And he'll haul it over and take it to the end zone. Touchdown ball!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterbacks got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways, it felt like it packed the 12th man with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. DBs will try to keep everything in front. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got twirled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. This one's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
With the catch, it's Jefferson. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Might be changing the route. Gonna look downfield again. With the catch, it's Matthews. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Gives it on the option. Got the 1st down and more. Across the 25, he's got room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Let's send out the kicker here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Badgers.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Butler. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He's looking to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Lewis. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far.
And the Volunteers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter. We'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting a fast playmaker on the ground.
Here's the pressure. Looking to scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Badgers have their offense in high gear. To the air, it's McNabb. It's complete on the right side. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Got a lot of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Looking for the tie with the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Butler. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Looking for room, it's Lewis. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got enough for the first down. Made a defender miss. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. There he goes. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Tennessee! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. San Jose State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Hand off to Jones. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Dropping back, it's McNabb. Under fire. Finds the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Let's see what he can do with it. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Butler. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Staley. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking for a man, it's McNabb. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off. The chances of them winning just went way downhill.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. And some room to work.
Returner is tackled down at the 30, and your Tennessee Volunteers will take over.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Breaks into the open. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Spins away from the defender. Touchdown Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
The AT unit on the field. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Throws to the tight end. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
Motion from the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught near the sticks, it's Callahan. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's McNabb. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
In this situation of the game, it's so hard for the offense to throw it because you're trailing by a lot, so the defense knows you're throwing, and they've got all these extra DBs out there. Little fast guys that could break on the football. The windows are so small to throw into, and that's what happened on that last play. Nice job getting the INT.
Sends it back in motion. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Finding open areas. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires downfield. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
The Vols really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Grimes. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. The sure hands, it's Davis. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Snares it outside. It's Davis. And the explosive play. They're on the move all the way to the 44.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10.
Double right, double right.
He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. Just going to keep it after the snap. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this